Hello viewers, this is Just Spec Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigeria news and now the news in details. Tension in Southeast as governors Ohanaeze lose grips of Igbo youth over prolonged silence. Uncertainty appears to have enveloped the Southeast zone following the prolonged silence by the Southeast governors and the pan-Igbo socio-cultural organization Ohanaeze Igbo over the killings of IPOB members on August 23, 2020. The pro-Biafran groups and other Igbo personalities have accused the duo of conspiracy of silence in the wake of serial killings and provocations against the people of the Southeast. Retaliation threat against security operatives by IPOB has also heightened tensions in the zone, just as Y0ÜTHS Development Foundation led by Professor Y0ÜTHS has called on Igbo to harm themselves with a view to protect themselves, their wives and children. Saturday Independent gathered that retaliations against security operatives by any groups in Igbo land would amount to an open invitation to the declaration of war between pro-Biafran groups and Nigerian security operatives in the zone, and by extension an invitation to terrorist groups, which obviously will not favor residents in the area including security operatives. Another fear in the area tilts towards the possibility of many casualties on the sides of innocent Nigerian citizens as nobody gets spared or taken for granted during war situations. Speaking with the national president of Y0ÜTHS Development Foundation, Professor Y0ÜTHS, he said that Ohanaeze and Southeast governors have lost grips of the people they are leading within the zone, including the youth. This was the main reasons why you see regular verbal fights between Ohanaeze and pro-Biafran groups, or between the Southeast governors and the people they are leading. The people have lost confidence in the activities of the business class, Ohanaeze and Southeast governors. The reason why they keep silent is very simple. They are afraid of their past and they want to remain relevant in the present days, Nigerian despite the odds against them. Every good leader must look at the heartbeat of the people he is leading. People they have lost grip of the people they are leading, including the youth. Anything can happen. He disclosed that the governors are not proactive, which was the major reasons why he resigned as a member of the Southeast security outfit. He objected to the community police initiatives of the federal government, saying ADF had compared the policy of community policing as equivalent to handing over the security of chickens to the hogs. In a letter he addressed recently to retired General Obi Abel-Humahi, being the chairman of Southeast Security Committee, he wondered why the governors are not speaking out in the face of insecurity against their people. Nwala declared that in the absence of federal government legalizing the use of AK-47, Igbo should arm themselves with any available weapon to protect themselves, their wives and their children. He described this posture as a fundamental natural right that supersedes any state law. A right to resign formally as a member of the Southeast Security Committee, which was set up at a joint meeting of the Governor Forums, Ohanaeze Igbo and the Y0ÜTHS Development Foundation (ADF) since February 2020. I do this because the purpose for which the Security Committee was set up has been made null and void with the pronouncement of the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, Governor Abel-Humahi of Ebonyi State, abolishing the ideas of a regional security architectures for the state Southeast. In place of a regional security scheme for Y0ÜTHS, the governors of the Southeast have accepted the community policing programs of the federal government. As you may recall, the community policing program has been rejected by the Southeast after the Y0ÜTHS Development Foundation (ADF) exposed its inherent characters as a policy to encourage the continued serial killings, kidnapping and rape of our people, as well as to ensure the occupation of Y0ÜTHS the Fulani jihadists. In opting out of the now moribund Southeast Security Committee, we in ADF shall continue to work with the various pan-Igbo organizations to advance all possible and legitimate means of ensuring the security of Y0ÜTHS and our neighbors. It is to be recalled that in a press statement issued by the ADF on February 2020, we had stated unequivocally that the policing plan of the Nigerian police has been in operations in the southwest, while the horrors in several parts of Alagbo, including Ebonyi State, as depicted in the report of Chief Y0ÜTHS at the last Y0ÜTHS meeting, as well as that depicted in the report by Mr. Aduba at the joint meeting of Y0ÜTHS and the Governor Forums. All those horrors, rather than abating, have been rising to criticism, with our helpless people wondering if they have any government or leaders who cares for their plight. It is to be observed, very unfortunate, that immediately following these declarations of the Southeast governors, the unarmed Igbo youth have been gruesomely mowed down in Enugu State by combined forces of the Army, Navy, DSS, SARS, police, and other security forces. Most of the personnel of the forces are no doubt non-Igbo. What is more, while this is happening, none of our governors is saying anything. Wow. In addition, it is our view and stand that the security of Alagbo is a joint responsibility between the governors and the peoples of Alagbo. ADF is not opposed to any genuine and positive roles of the government, of the federal government and our agencies in helping to tackle the prevailing state of grave insecurity of Alagbo, provided that such roles by federal agencies must be under the exercise and full controls of personnel of our zone. So viewers, what do you think about this? What is your own take about it? The fact is that these Southeast governors, they are just there looking at everything that is going on in the states, and they are just there muted, and nothing is being done. Look at the way the lives of their people are being wasted every time. All of them, there is nothing to write home about them. They don't even make any positive impact in the lives of their people. And the reality is that I support the Igbos to have their own security outfit. Maybe that one will stop those killings. That one will stop these kidnappings that is happening. I'm telling you. But we should note that the killings of Igbos in this country for no reasons will never be tolerated by all. In fact, mostly by the Y0ÜTHS, because the Igbos, they are our closest allies. We know that the Igbos and Y0ÜTHS, they are more closer to each other than the Hausa people. But we all are still trying to differentiate between the Igbos and the Ipob. Who are the Igbos and who are the Ipobs? The Southeast are divided among itself. And that is where the problem lies. And I believe that is the main reason why Igbo leaders are keeping silent. They are not in support of Ipob. Things fall apart because the center cannot hold. And I wish they can join hands together with the Biafran people. Because we all know that it is for the betterment of their people. That is why we have the Biafrans. And even the government, they are using that as a yardstick to attack the Ipob, claiming that they are not Igbos and not citizens of the country. You can imagine what this our leaders, this our governors, the Southeast governors are doing. May God help us. Even the federal government and its security personnel, they know that they should and never touch an Igbo man in this country. They know if they touch an Igbo man, they know what next. But may God help us. But I think that the government, the Igbos, Ohanaeze, the Biafrans should join hands together to achieve these goals. You know, let's hear what people are saying. People were saying that at the onset of discussions on the issues of the generations of security, Governor Ohanaeze of Ebonyi State used his stupid mouth to say that the Amotekun model was his idea stolen by the Yoruba. Thereafter, he continues to fool himself and fellow governors by oscillating from A to Z like a pendulum without making any coherent sense, thereby leaving the people more vulnerable. Nobody is sure if Ohanaeze is acting as a sabo against his people. Nobody knows. And they said this disaster you governors has caused has led to a complete loss of confidence in your ability to act as chief security officers of your various states. People are not taking you seriously anymore, which is true. But may God help us. May God help us. And that is just what I can say about it. So viewers, kindly drop your comments at the comment section below. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you. We appreciate you for subscribing. We say God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye.